Alright guys, welcome back to another video where we're going to cover the Bitcoin price action, give you my thoughts on the chart. I didn't actually upload it yesterday just because really nothing had changed. It's the weekend, so you got to expect a low volatility, but we did get a little bit of price action today, so I wanted to go ahead and cover it, give more of an updated analysis on the markets, although I will say thesis is still unchanged. This will be a shorter video because I don't want to waste your guys' time, so let's go ahead and get started here. First things first, Bitcoin still at resistance. So you can see even though we got the move back above these lows of the previous range, we are finding big resistance on the big volume level. We have a big volume cluster above us, and we definitely need some momentum to actually break through that cluster, and we really need it to be during the week when traditional finance is open. Don't really want to see us do any range breaking moves on the weekend because it does create those CME gaps to the downside. If we look at where CME is though, that is at 62,775, so we can actually go up a bit and still be right within where CME is at. So this move right here did not create a CME gap, so that's nice to know. We jump in here to the hourly time frame. Something nice to note is that we don't have a bear div. A lot of times when you make this structure, you will have an hourly bear div coming in here. We don't see that. Higher highs on both RSI and price. So just based on that, don't really have any reason to believe we can't break above volume here, but just because that is big volume, you can see on the daily time frame, we just jump out here to the entire range here that we've been forming for the last couple of months, or well, like 6-7 months at this point. And you do see that this is a big volume node here on the charts, actually the biggest volume node that protrudes there on the visible range volume profile. So big support resistance flip. We really want to see this get flipped into support for us to continue that bullish structure. If we were bearish, this is where you're looking to reject. This is where the retracement would fall for us entering the bear market. But if we can reclaim this level, then that is absolutely going to signal all-time highs would be your next target. So this is a massive level for us on the charts, the biggest level in this entire range. Actually, it is your point of control, so we definitely need to see this point of control get flipped into support. Could we come down first before doing so? Absolutely. Could we even sweep the lows before coming up and doing so? Absolutely. Anything is possible here on the charts, but because we're up against it right now, why not go ahead and see if we can actually flip that into support sooner rather than later? Structurally, these lows are okay, and I don't see the need for us to actually sweep down lower, but we'll see what does happen here. Only time will tell. A lot of it's going to depend on what the S&P 500 can do. Can this break through back into all-time highs once again? We'll see when the markets do in fact open. We can talk about the altcoin market looking structurally very, very sound for a move on up, right? If Bitcoin is going to flip the point of control into support, it would align very, very good with this breakout back test here of this descending channel on total 3. So I like what I'm seeing over here on the altcoin market, and we're seeing a lot of specific coins going crazy. We talked about SPX 6900, how I sold half of my bag because it had gone absolutely parabolic. That was back down at this price range right here, and you can see it has doubled since then. And I've actually exited 100% of my position in this coin at this point just today, because we have gone from this low down here just 4 weeks ago up 45x. So 45x in 4 weeks. Pretty crazy to see. You can see the weekly candles here. So simply those percentages are good enough for me to exit a position fully. Do I really see anything on the chart that says this is definitely going to pull back here? And we got some bear divs on somewhat of the medium-term time frames, but other than just the gains representing something that is overextended, yeah, I still do think this project's really good, and if we do pull back, I don't see it retracing too much more than this kind of point within here on the chart. So I do think it's still a good potential long-term hold. I think SPX is going to billions of dollars in market cap, but of course this could also be taken as a warning sign that Bitcoin is going to reject the point of control and fail, because we're seeing a lot of these smaller market cap meme coins going parabolic, and that could be a warning sign that the market is fully topped, and I'm actually kind of cautious of that. So definitely going to be keeping a close eye on the charts here. If we do reject the point of control, if we do start looking very weak here in total 3 traditional finance, the dollar continues to show strength, we definitely have a reason to be cautious in the market right now, but that doesn't change my base case. It's just something to think about, right? Any possibility can play out. So when you're at a big point of control, big support resistance flip level, and you do have the elections coming up, right? We only got around 30 days until those elections. If the thesis is to keep markets up for the election, they don't have to keep markets up that much longer, and it could be front run by a couple of weeks for that top actually coming in. So let's just continue to stay vigilant in the markets. But like I said, because it's the weekend, don't really have too much data to go off of. Let's wait and see what traditional finance does within the next couple of days, and that will give us more data to go off of on where Bitcoin is likely to go in the shorter term future. And before I do end off the video, I do want to cover some traditional finance stuff that I did miss during the week that is actually pretty huge. So unemployment rate came in on Friday. That was at 4.1%, so another 0.1% deviation down to the downside here on the unemployment rate. That is very nice to see. Let me get rid of these fair value gaps because that doesn't matter on here. You can see over the last 2 months we have continued down over here on the unemployment rate, and this is absolutely what you want to see. We wanted to see continuation down here. If this were to have continued up, it would have signaled a recession is imminent. We can definitely see big money come back into the markets, more risk on happening over here, and the economy can actually make a little bit of a bounce back, and a lot of that is due to the seasonal change, right? Because we're getting out of summer times, a lot of jobs are actually coming back into the marketplace, and that could be another reason as to why fall is kind of the most bullish time for markets overall historically. So love to see that unemployment is coming back down. That's absolutely what we wanted to see. And then you see over here, not only did unemployment come down, but non-farm employment is going up pretty significantly, beating expectations. So both of these numbers did beat expectations. Very good signs here overall for the markets. But if you do have any questions about anything I talked about, or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Also have a VIP Discord link down there, so feel free to check that out. Click on the link if you're interested at all. It is 25% off right now, by the way. And then also a bunch of exchanges down there. Those are all partnered with me, so if you use my referral links to sign up, you will get some nice rewards and bonuses, so don't miss out on that. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.